All right. Welcome in, everyone, to A Programmer Plays Nine Sols. This is a blind first play. I've heard that this game is really good, and I've seen some friends playing it, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get on this before I get spoiled. I need to do it while I'm still fresh. So we are going into this with no prior knowledge other than, hey, this is a fairly tough game, which I am nervous about, to be honest. As I've gotten older, my tolerance for challenging games has really gone down. I just don't have, the time and energy and mental space to be like, I'm really having to get good at this video game. I'm an old man. My reflexes weren't good to start with. So, we'll see how we get on. Start game. New game. Here we go. All right. Mode selection. Default difficulty of 9 sols for players seeking challenges and enjoying the fun of combat and exploration. Versus story mode. For players who just want to fully enjoy the story, you can dynamically adjust damage multipliers in the settings. Now, I noticed that they don't say we can switch this at any time, so this might be a permanent choice, which does make me nervous. We're gonna go standard and hope that it's okay. If I have to restart after getting, get gooded at some point in the story, that's how we'll play it. I really hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I can play hard games. I've beaten Hollow Knight on Steel Soul. I've played all the way through Silksong. It's just, it negatively impacts my enjoyment. I am not someone who's playing video games to get challenged. I'm playing video games because I like exploring. Okay, immediately very, Otto? Is that I think that's the name of the game that I'm thinking of. I thought it was an old lady at first, but then the nose, I guess she's more of like a Sphinx cat? Very strong image composition here. Ooh, we got tendrils. Very Hollow Knight. Wait, we are fucked up. How much blood with it we've left? Going spectral. Okay. Ooh. I don't know how much that's going to translate on YouTube with the video compression. The particle effects like this is actually quite difficult to video compress well. Okay, so we got what I'm assuming is a girl cat based purely on some of the shape language here. With the eyes in particular. But I could easily be wrong. And she turned into a little boy? Question mark? That's interesting. And we're just still in the wall. So, did we get healed over time in the wall? Potentially over a very long time, considering the way that the rocks were in front of us? Interesting. Very interesting. The game's quiet. That whole sequence was so quiet. There's our pipe. Sean. Yi! Are we Yi? I knew you were here. I could smell your cooking from way out there. It's a very comic-y font. Snacking on grilled fish again, were you? ... Aren't you excited for dinner tonight? The auntie next door taught me how to make garlic noodles yesterday. I won't mess this up next time. I won't mess it up this time. So, great example of how you can tell something is a Comic-y font. Obviously, there's the roundedness of it that you would see in, Comic Sans or whatever. But the real tell is the eyes. Look at Auntie. The eye in Auntie is just straight vertical line. But the I in I won't, I by itself has the serifs on it, the cross bars at the top and bottom. It's just one of those fairly subtle font choice things that typographers, typesetters will do when they're making comic books. I just hope it'll be seasoned normally. Versus, you don't need to prepare my portion. Don't worry, I won't let you down. Did you come running to me just to talk about dinner? Oh, right, the flower. So we've got a protagonist who does speak. We can move, we can jump. We do have a dash. Alright, we've got edge vaulting. And it looks like we can just hang. Indefinitely, potentially. Animated drop off. A to climb up the higher ledge. Dead person's note. Crooked words etched on the ground. I found the exit, but there's no way to go back now. This messy note seems like the last words of the deceased before they passed away. Okie dokie. It's up to climb the rope. There's X repeatedly to form a 3-hit combo. Alright. We do have some input buffering. But not a ton, so like only 2 hits, even though I pressed the button 3 times. But like we don't have to actually be hitting it on like perfect things. So a little bit of input buffering, that's nice. Camp scroll, Shanshan's story scroll. One day, the noble swordsman passed by a stone. Suddenly, someone jumped out from the stone. Turned out to be a great hero. The handwriting is quite neat for something written by a child. In the bottom left corner, there's a note stating this is the 63rd episode. Alright, and I guess this is... So we're in the place where we fell, because there's the tendrils in the wall. I thought there'd be some in the Forbidden Cave, but I haven't found a single one. Where are you, Crimson Hibiscus? Crimson Hibiscus? Is that the flower you've been fussing about? Yeah, that's the flower they use for the ceremony. According to the shaman, the bigger the flower, there's one right up there. Wow, you're right, but I'm not sure I can even climb up that high. Interesting design. Hey, hold on. How did a boar get all the way up there? Oh, it snatched the flower away. Oh well, it probably needs it more than I do. It's about to get dark. Let's head back to the village. I'll go look somewhere else next time. I'll get that flower for you. Huh? It's fine. You really don't have to. Are you really going to go get it? Okay, I'll wait here for you. Be careful not to get hurt. I'm a little surprised that we've got a dash just immediately. Oh, and a wall run? Presumably only on surfaces that have the tendril thingy on it. And we've just got a grappling hook just immediately? That doesn't seem true. Okay. Doesn't seem like it dropped anything. I'm not seeing our health yet, but that doesn't mean that we don't have any. It's dropping something, some sort of currency. Looks like right stick does, does let us change the camera a little bit. Item obtained, artifact, Crimson Hibiscus. These flowers that appear around the Peach Blossom Village are used by villagers as a decoration during the ceremony. Legend has it that harvest will be bountiful if the ceremony is successful. While that hasn't been proven, everyone still gets more food after the ceremony. And then this is going to be a one-way wall. Yep, cool. Alright. Do we have a map? Yes, but no. We'll hold off on looking at all that until after we've gone through the rest of this tutorial section. Hope you didn't get hurt. That boar was huge. Don't push yourself too hard. It was only a year ago when you still needed my help to walk, remember? Here. Wow, you really got it back for me. It's even prettier up close. Given time, even the prettiest flowers wilt. That's okay. At least we're here to see it, even if it won't be for long. I don't really see the meaning behind all this. You still went out of your way to help me retrieve it. Thanks, Yi. We should head back. We'll be in trouble if they find us here. Oh, we've got a hat too. Noted. So far, pretty decent start. Oh, this festival market is so lively. Look, every household has dried meat. There's someone even brewing wine. We've had bountiful harvests for 2 years in a row since you arrived. You've pretty much become the village's official good luck charm. They're just coincidences. Oh, don't say that. When you helped the elders with the rat infestation, we were all talking about how fortunate we are to have you around. Also, praise be to the souls for blessing the Peach Blossom Village and ensuring that we are all fed and clothed. If there's nothing else I need to do, I'm going back to dry the fish. Stay for a bit. You should take the chance to check out the stalls and mingle with everyone. Leave the fish to me. Catch you later. There's an interesting, like, to his run animation. Sunrise is grace, comes sunset sigh. Every day, a cherished sky. Ronshan's been buzzing with energy as of late. I know, right? Remember how glum he used to look when his parents left? That's interesting that that is timed. Like, we're not interacting with that at all. That guy he hangs around with, he's a bit of an oddball. Alright, I don't think there's more dialogue. In the old days, when our ancestors lived in the harsh wilderness, they had to endure the bitter cold and the onslaught of savage predators. Unable to bear watching us humans suffer, the 10 merciful souls descended from the heavens. At first, some were ignorant and raised their swords towards the souls. Those fools were met with divine wrath, and their bones were ground to dust. Those who were pious and reverent followed the souls to a land outside the 99 heavens, a paradise where everyone could prosper. The all-knowing and all-powerful souls bestowed their wisdom upon us, teaching us about the truth of all things. When the peaches ripen for the harvest, the souls will select several of us for a great privilege. Those fortunate enough to be chosen will live the rest of their lives among the divine souls. Ooh, is this going to be a body-snatching situation? So be good, children. Listen, follow, and believe, and you may also be chosen one day. This reeks of, like, we've got a magical caste that is harvesting people for nefarious reasons. Divine souls above, I humbly ask you, heed my request. Alright. Not getting anything more.
No.
Chenong. What? The hell are you looking at? Beat it. I don't want any part in this dumb festival. I didn't say anything. Trust me, that look in your eyes told me plenty. Interesting how he's got horn nubs? Question mark? Potentially an Oni sort of situation? Ugh, curse this damn ceremony. One day I'll show everyone what's really... Never mind, you wouldn't get it. All this nonsense making my wine go sour. Character bio updated. Interesting. Last year, my daughter was one of the lucky few to be chosen. What a blessing. I wonder what it's like to live with the gods. That it's amazing. Pity no one ever comes back to tell us about it. Ooh boy. Got a bad feeling.
No silent.
You're back. Did you see anything interesting? Cleaned up that crimson hibiscus you got me earlier. I'm going to sew it onto my clothes later. It's not a rule, but those who are chosen usually wear a flower. It makes you look a lot cooler when standing up there. Is this something to be happy about? Of course, I'll be seeing my mom and dad soon. I wonder if they'll notice that I've grown taller. ... Let's head inside. I'm hungry. There's a lot of animation work that I assume we're not going to see again. I'll be leaving in a few days. Will you make sure to eat properly when you're on your own? Remember, the rice is stored in the bin, and the fruit on the table should be eaten before it dries out. Stop worrying.
Ayo.
Well, don't forget, okay? I probably won't be able to send letters back to you once I'm living with the souls, you know? It's sad to think I won't have anyone to bicker with anymore. Aren't you scared? Going somewhere I've never been before. Of course I'm a bit scared. If you're scared, then don't go. I have to. Being chosen by the souls is a blessing. Besides, I've always had this feeling that one day I'd have to part ways with you, Yi. Nothing is predetermined. You make your own destiny. Don't get caught up in superstition. Might be right, but parting isn't necessarily a bad thing. I ran to the Forbidden Cave for the first time when Mom and Dad left. That's where I met you. Who would have thought that playing a flute would make someone pop out of that stone? If you say so. But since I'm leaving soon, can you grant me one request before the ceremony? What is it? That story you were telling me about the man fighting the flood. Tell me how it ends. Did he make it home? He didn't die, did he? Okay. Holograms? Where did we leave off? He journeyed over mountains and rivers. Peach Blossom Village, the night of the ceremony. Incoming signal. Lord Yi, greetings from your humble servant. This is pretty fun. Like, obviously, like, my aesthetic, I have this kind of SD card shape that I use. Seeing this also getting used in a game, it's fun for me. Lord Yi, greetings from your humble servant. I was afraid you would lose track of time, so I called to remind you. If you skip out on tonight, you will have to wait another 2 years for the next harvest. I know. How's the security at the Ape Man facility?
Okay.
System indicates that they are currently on low alert status. There are only a handful of guards on patrol. Please excuse my concern, but if the alarms are triggered, the situation may become untenable. By the way, do you have your Mystic Nymph on you? I have it with me, but it won't fly. Only parts of it are in working order. It's been too long since I recharged it. That is a pity. If it had enough power, you could use it to make the Mystic Nymph's scout mode for reconnaissance. Your body has just made a full recovery, after all, so it might be best not to throw caution to the wind. It wouldn't be too hard to just leave a trail of bloodshed. Certainly, your humble servant has never doubted your martial prowess, Lord Yi. Proceed as you wish, and may fortune favor you. Okay, interesting.
Ah,
Hey, freak. Finally showing your true colors, eh? I could see everything you were doing. You think you can fool me with that stupid hat? You take me for one of those morons over there. When a man talks to himself, is he not talking to those who are watching? Watching? Don't think I haven't noticed. I've seen those bizarre statues glow in the middle of the night. Whenever I cover them up with a cloth, a mysterious wind blows them away. I knew the truth from the very beginning. Those statues are possessed by demons. Demons don't exist. They're merely delusions of fools.
ah,
Demons are afoot, and that's that. They're the kind that eat people, too. Place isn't a paradise. There are no gods, and I sure as hell do not know who came up with all that mumbo-jumbo anyway. Admit it, you probably know a thing or two about all this. Fine. Keep your secrets. I'll prove I'm right in front of everyone's faces one day. Don't bother me again. I mean, it feels likely that he is 100% right. Wow, firecrackers. Nong sure has an active imagination. All that loneliness has made him go a bit kooky. But these feel kind of ominous. Those that are chosen can go live with the gods. Peach trees have blossomed beautifully this year. Thank the gods for blessing our peach blossom village. The shaman of Peach Blossom Village hereby receives your decree. In accordance with the soul's orders, we humbly pay respect to the flying throne. Did it just behead him? Whoa. That is intense. We don't have control right now, so... Thank you for taking care of me these past 2 years, Yi. Time for me to go. Don't know. I used to read some Japanese, and I do not anymore. I get that those skills have unfortunately withered and died. Hold right bumper to attach talisman. Oh gods, spare us from your wrath. What's happening, Yi? The Yi you know is a lie. I must go now. Take good care of yourself. What are you saying? Then who are you? Wait, I don't understand. What was that? Why are you... Where are you going? Yi! Hold B to hack the platform. I'm in. Interesting. Press left bumper to parry attacks. Right bumper to detonate talisman. Okay, so parry puts a talisman on enemies. Ooh, alright, so we're coughing up blood. That cannot be a good sign. Up to use your medicinal pipe to heal. Okay. It looks like we've got 2 charges of that. Root node, rest, skills, status. Alright, status. Spell style, Chi Blast. Hold down right bumper to generate an explosive by charging a talisman with up to 3 Chi charges. All talisman charges inflict internal damage upon impact. Talisman explosions convert all internal damage into direct damage. Okay. We think the Chi is... Oh, look at this. Hello, skill point 0. So we've got Immortal Dash, press right trigger while moving to dash forward and evade enemy attacks. Also effective at avoiding crimson attacks and lasers. Hold down right bumper to generate an explosion. Okay. Triple slash, press X repeatedly to materialize your internal energy into a blade and unleash a 3-hit combo. Use with caution, as Yi will be momentarily vulnerable after the combo has been initiated. Alright. Parry. Press left bumper to deflect enemy attacks and convert them into Chi charges. Imprecise parries will result in some internal recoverable damage taken. Certain moves like Crimson and Fire attacks cannot be parried. Alright. So skills is just the other tab here. And then we can rest, probably, to recover our... Yes. Alright. And we can see the recovery happening that they were talking about. Alright, we got stuff. That's the wrong button. The item, bloody crimson hibiscus soaked with a villager's blood. Apemen are harvested at regular intervals in the livestock area, where their bodies are then dismembered and sorted. Flowers and clothes are usually mixed with the rest of the useless parts and disposed of. Woof. Again, a lot of art and animation happening here. Like, it's impressive seeing so much art resources happening. Alright. What about now? Okay. Detail. Aha! Alright. Legitimately detailed. So we have to do something to unlock that, presumably. Alright, so the archers have relatively little health. No. Some of the stuff that I'm trying is not working out, which is fine. That is to be expected. I didn't read the thing. I imagine it was saying, you can't dodge that. Alright. Ghosty. It's a very well made effect with the twisting Indril thing. Using the body as a medium to dissipate energy. Can that actually work? Next, use a talisman to inject chi into your target. Slow and steady wins the race. Ah, everything needs to coalesce at once and be impeccably timed. Become flowing water and allow stillness to overcome motion. Splendid. Is this a, like, if you die you have to do a tutorial kind of thing? Because that could be really interesting if that's how they've approached it. Or is this more of like a one-off kind of thing? Well, there was a thing there, but I missed it. Hold on. Drop a coin. Oof. Looks like we've lost all our coins. Mildly painful. Interesting that their arrows can... Oh. Their arrows can break breakable boxes and stuff. Alright, let's see what it says. bout ability, Soul Collector. Ease Jin and experience falls onto the battlefield if he dies, giving him a chance to retrieve them after he is reborn. Alright, so the currency is Jin, and XP is XP. Heard. Kind of favoring just going ahead and attacking them over trying to get the counter, because I just don't trust my own timing very much. But I'm sure that that will have to. I will have to get better at countering. There's an interesting... Attacking while you're running doesn't completely stop you, so it doesn't feel terrible. Shit. Oh, that's such a dumb way to die. Alright, so he respawned immediately. Somewhat unfortunate that that guy is back. Alright. What was the button to heal? Because I have forgotten. I thought it told me, but... restore health is up on the D-pad. Okay, there we go. So we're doing okay on health. Could be doing better. Could be doing a lot worse. Alright, that was silly of me, but we are okay. I was expecting him to run up and attack me, but he did not do that. Oh, give me my shit back. Ah. Okay. I'm assuming that this just loops around. Boy, that's a lot of body parts in those tanks. skill. All right, so let's take a look at our skills. We can Swift Runner, hold down right trigger while moving to greatly increase movement speed on flat ground, shortens travel times along familiar routes. Chi Boost, increase the maximum Chi capacity through advanced Chi training methods. Shadow Strike inflicts increased damage when striking an enemy from behind with a strong attack. Strong attacks include any Azure Bow attack, the final strike of the Triple Slash, and Talisman Explosions. Right? Or Bullet Deflect. Deflects certain projectiles like arrows or bullet back at the enemy with a precise parry, useful against ranged enemies. I feel like Chi Boost is going to be kind of immediately relevant. I mean, they're all immediately relevant, but like having another Chi point sounds super useful. Life Recovery, recovers some health after picking up experience dropped after death. Also sounds really useful. Unfortunately placed dude, but Slash, they knew exactly what they were doing. Secrets, alright, our first secret spot that we've noticed. Is this suggest here, this background art, does that suggest that the gods are machines? I'm feeling the desire for an arrow parry pretty strongly. 8-man surveillance footage, guide to raising 8-men. 8-men are capable of abstract thinking even prior to undergoing transformation. Individuals that reject group living often exhibit violent behavior. Caution is advised when dealing with. The 8-men originate from the Pale Blue planet, which was first discovered in a deep space observation report from the Hautian sphere. They are one of extremely few highly intelligent life forms in the celestial sphere. Alright. So, 8-men, humans, but were discovered, meaning aliens. Like, we are dealing with an alien society here that has subsumed humans. Warning, unusual activity detected in livestock area. Perimeter breach by living organism detected. Ooh. Incoming signal. We're in trouble, my lord. Your destruction of the Harvester earlier triggered a system-wide alert. To make matters worse, the 9 souls could now be awakened even earlier. Doesn't matter, my actions were bound to draw attention sooner or later. I prepared for the worst. Supposing that is true, why then did you intervene so early? That wasn't part of the plan. Was it for that 8-man child? Don't question my judgment. Just do your job. Of course, please forgive my apprehension. It is just that all our calculations have been thrown into disarray. In any case, please reach the predetermined safe zone as swiftly as possible. Exercise caution above all else. Interesting that this guy is here. Illegal Solarian perimeter. Harvester damaged, system shutdown and repair initiated. I have a fair bit of cash, it feels like. Ooh. World map. Okay, cool. Does this map tell me any secrets that I might have missed on? I don't think so. Rest. We don't have any new skills. Nothing new on our status. So the real question is, do we get a skill point every time we level up? Is this a grindable game? I guess is essentially the question. Oh, that is a rough start. Alright. Do I think that those guys will respawn if I go back? Hello. I don't know why I feel compelled to use D-pad on that. I guess just because it's, you know, directions. Okay, you're explosive. Noted. I don't know why. I guess I can't dash in midair. All right, we're learning. We're learning. It's taking a little doing, but we are getting there. Really wish that I had another heal right about now. Wait. Recyclable basic component, widely used in processors for guards and various machines. The amount of Jinn used directly affects their performance. Yields a small amount of Jinn when recycled at 3D printer. Alright. Ah, nice. Hell yeah. Tell you what. Finding the save point in Metroidvanias, it really is just an experience like none other. So do we think down or right first? We'll take a look at right. That caught me? That feels like shenanigans. We don't know yet whether this is a you die once and you're done kind of situation. I'm betting it is. Could be wrong, but I'm betting this is a once you die. If you had previously died, You are. Oh, shit. I thought this was a wall, in my defense. Heal. Even though that's potentially quite premature. Oh. No, it was exactly mature. Hello, big fella. Okay. Okay. I tried, in my defense, I tried to parry him the second time around. It did not go well, so... We're gonna be patient, because this could easily turn on us. Effectively only got like 4 health. And some of these attacks are dealing double damage, so... For the juice. Alright, so... Okay. Cool. We didn't get a parry yet, but we did get the win. My revenge starts here is the achievement we just got. Item obtained. Jade Stone, Stasis Jade. ... Attaching a talisman will temporarily immobilize that enemy. Time immobilized will vary depending on the enemy. Alright. So I'm assuming this is a charm. Cool. Very cool design. And now we've got an elevator. Ooh, alright. Floor locked, 8-man facility. Take me to somewhere new. Tree with eyeballs. Hooray. Alright, New Kunlun. Take a look over here, see what's up. Council digital signage. Chandao Council recruitment slogan, your first step into the Eternal. As Chanhua catastrophe spread, the formerly secretive organization known as the Chandao Council emerged into the open. They recruited technical personnel from the Eternal Cauldron Project with motivational slogans and invited the general public to ascend with New Kunlun, a new path to survival. This brought a glimmer of hope to Penglai, which had already plunged into doomsday panic. Right? And presumably we need like a bow or something in order to open that because of the switch up on the wall. My lord, I sense you have made it safely to the council district. My worries were indeed unwarranted. Fuseng seems to be flourishing more than ever. That's really cool, the way that they've blended 3D into this so seamlessly. Quite spectacular, isn't it? The caretaker of all Solarians has never stopped growing since your departure. What impact will this have?
Okay.
Rest assured, all impacts rest within acceptable range of possibilities. That being said, this only further demonstrates the perfection of the mechanism you designed. The roots are very accustomed to their current environment. None of that matters anymore, so long as it doesn't get in the way. I need to reach the Council Code at the root pinnacle so that we can rebuild order and punish those criminals. Forgive my impudence, but access to the Council Code requires the possession of all the soul seals. You will need to snatch them from the other 9 souls, who currently will not give them up without a fight. If you've got a problem with that, then I'll just shut them up for good. As you are probably aware, my calculations predict that will be a treacherous road to go down. But regardless, time is of the essence. Please make your way to our predetermined safe zone. Alright, so there are presumably 10 souls. We are one of them, so we are killing the other 9 souls. Solarians. Yeah, very cool. I enjoy when a game does a good job of blending 2D and 3D art assets. This scene being 3D, very clearly 3D, but then bump 2D assets. New Kunlun Launch Memorial. Inscriptions in front of the statue. The Chandao Legacy. New Kunlun Launch Memorial. Constructed Year 1 Foundation Era. The Chandao Council undertook the legacy of the legendary Feng Shi Leer and initiated the Eternal Cauldron project upon Kunlun Island, the place where he began his journey. New Kunlun would bid farewell to Penglai and lead Solarians towards a new era. What are we? Tips go by a little too fast, usually. Someone who's been helmeted. Are we on a spaceship? The way that they said launch made me suspicious. Ooh, okay. Activation failed. Mystic Nymph decryption required. So this is an unusually explicit, I think, lock you into a room and force you to use an ability, which I think is generally a good design pattern. You know, it helps make sure that the lesson stuck. People have at least pressed the buttons. It's just usually not this explicit. Mystic Nymph Scout Mode. Obtained a fully charged Mystic Nymph. Press left trigger to activate Scout Mode. The Azure Flyer/Mystic Nymph can perform reconnaissance and hack into remote terminals to unlock new paths. It is the ideal choice for exploring unknown environments. It was once limited to its projection function due to its lack of power, but has now returned to full functionality. Right. We are still affected by physics. By which I mean, you know, we were still hitting, we were still hitting the walls and stuff. We're not able to just fly wherever. It's not a free cam.
奏营关窍，
Ru Yi. Welcome back, Lord Yi. I've been waiting here for a long time. Did you lock the Mystic Nymph's secret chamber? Ah, yes, that was the only thing I could do at the time. The members of the council were deeply suspicious of you. All your belongings were destroyed after the incident. I was also supposed to be wiped out, but fortunately I was still deemed useful. My systems were throttled down, but that was all that happened to me. I didn't think they'd also go after you. This servant has suffered only a fraction of what his master must have had to endure. What's important is that you're alive. No, what's important is what I'm about to do. Time is not on our side. We need to act fast. As you wish, but first I need to make the safe zone a bit safer. Activating anti-detection firewall. Establishing pathing interface in 3, 2... Cool. Gross. Done. The alarm system of the Four Seasons Pavilion has been turned off and its coordinates have been obfuscated. As long as the interface signal persists, your pursuers will not be able to find this place. From now on, you can use the pavilion's facilities as you please. If you are tired, you can rest here safely and enjoy the virtual scenery. Proper rest is also an essential part of the plan, after all. No need, I don't have that kind of spare time. Understood. Next, we need to deal with the jade system in your body. It seems to be in critical state. The repair process will involve severe pain. Please bear with it. Repair complete. You remained very calm as always during the repair. You may now modify your jade system at any root node. Anything else to report?
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, in order to gain control of New Kunlun, you must possess the seals that belong to each of the 9 souls. The souls are currently spread out, each responsible for monitoring and maintaining operations in their respective zones of New Kunlun. Can you pinpoint their locations? Please forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I do not have permission to access that data. The only thing we can be certain of is, due to your presence, the 9 souls will awaken one after the other. You must therefore reduce any risk by invading each of their zones in the shortest time possible. I know. There is little I can do for you once you leave this facility, but I will do everything I can to assist you remotely. Be careful, and may fortune be in your favor. They've emphasized time multiple times already. Like 1 hour into the game, and we've had a lot of time is not on our side. We need to move quickly. I wonder if there is a mechanical aspect to the faster you go, the easier things are, or something like that. That feels... don't love that, if that is the case. It feels counterproductive, right? Like the people who are struggling, who are having to redo things a bunch and taking a long time to get to bosses, are the people who don't need the boss to be extra hard. So, gain a new ability, Jade System. The Jade System can be repaired and can be reconfigured at any root node. The system was developed by the ancient Fengshi Guild to assist in combat. Inserting different Jades unlocks extraordinary abilities for the user. It should be noted that an extensive Jade System requires a great deal of computing power. Alright, saving. Saved. Alright, character bio has been updated. We're on the map. I think... chat, we're gonna end it there. This feels like a pretty natural cut point for the episode. Yeah, so far enjoying this. We're still ramping up. It's still very early days in this game, but the art is very pretty. I'm enjoying the story. I'm intrigued. The settings giving me enough breadcrumbs for me to jump to my own conclusions, but there's still plenty of room for me to be completely wrong. I am slightly nervous about the difficulty, but thus far it seems reasonable. So, yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, bye!